My name's Pete Woods, you're watching Hexham TV. Who are you?
I'm Peter Kyle. I'm the Shadow Secretary of State for Science, Innovation and Technology.
So Peter, what are you doing in Hexham today?
I've come to Hexham because the Labour Party, Keir Starmer, we all know the people in Hexham, after 14 years of chaos and instability in the Tory party running our country into the ground, is crying out for change. So we wanted to come directly here to talk about what that change could look like with a Labour government. We're offering a decade of national renewal, but people want to know what the first steps are going to be. So today we're outlining what 6 of those first steps are going to be and what it would mean for people in Hexham.
So what will it mean for people in Hexham?
Well, firstly, for those people who need public services on their side and an economy that is stable, the Labour Party will start delivering it. It's really incredible that an indicator of how bad things have got, that actually stability in the economy is a radical change from what we have at the moment, because people are hard working here, there's lots of small businesses, there's lots of entrepreneurs, and there's lots of people working in the public sector here. And with a stable, growing economy, it will benefit everybody here. Now we're going to invest also in those public services. We're going to make sure that that schools have extra teachers, and that's one of our first steps that we'll be taking forward. We're going to be making sure that streets are safer and that the blight of antisocial behaviour is tackled. So we know that people in Hexham are proud of the community they live in. We want to reinforce that pride, invest in communities, and make sure that nationwide we have an economy that is really benefiting everybody that works here.
And what difference do you think a Labour MP would make to a constituency like Hexham?
Well, I've seen how hard-working Labour MPs are really in tune with the needs of people of the communities they represent. Joe here, I know, is absolutely passionate about Hexham, but also understands the specific needs that Hexham has, both in terms of reinforcing and the community spirit that people have, but also making sure public services have a voice, any of the challenges that need tackling have a voice in Parliament. And I know, because I've seen it, that when you bring communities together and you start whittling away at those challenges, you can deliver real change. Joe is the sort of person I know that will bring people together. He's not the sort of person that's going to be ideological and going on these ideological missions. He just wants to deliver change for people who live here, make sure that the economy gets firing on all cylinders, and is part of the nationwide change that our country needs. A Labour voice in a Labour government can start delivering things for people here and right across the country, and that's the sort of thing that you could have if only you chose it.
Broadband, AI, new business, digital tech are really important to rural communities. To farmers, what difference do you think in your role, if you are elected as a government, you can make to the rural businesses?
The opportunities that businesses have, and I include farmers in that and the agricultural sector, the opportunities people have from the digital revolution, the AI revolution, the transformation we're having in our digital economy is profound. But in order to benefit from it, you must have the infrastructure there in the first place. Now, the government has gone to the easy to reach parts of the country, but it is struggling to get to those places that are more rural or harder to reach, and some other areas as well. And there is a multi-billion pound fund that is just being wound up because businesses and the people who are running the infrastructure aren't even bidding into it. It is a failed market. We will reinvigorate that. We will give new priorities for the broadband sector, and we will make sure that we expedite getting the data infrastructure to everywhere it is needed, and that is including rural communities, because we want to make sure that high-speed broadband gets to where it needs to get. Once that's happened, and if you're running a business, you will find a Labour Party that is taking hold of the regulatory system to make sure that if you have an innovation, it gets expedited straight through the regulatory system, so those barriers are taken away if you align with the priorities of our nation. The planning system will bend to where the needs of building the new infrastructure of the future, so that we can make sure that those companies who are really part of the future, who are just hard-working businesses up and down our country, can really benefit from all of the opportunities that lie ahead. But these things won't happen by accident. They will only happen if people vote for change and vote for Labour Party.
Thank you very much for talking to Hexham TV.
Thank you.